Begin the installation by removing the two interior existing lock screws with your medium Phillips screwdriver. Start by removing the bottom screw. Always start with the bottom when disassembling, and always start with the top when assembling. Take the screws completely loose, grab the exterior plate, take the handles off, and then remove the interior lock portion. It might take a little bit of maneuvering. Take all those components and throw them away. You want to go to the frame section of your door and remove the counterpart of the lock, which is the keeper. We have new keeper to install for the new lock, so this can be discarded along with the screws. Notice here there's only two holes in the frame. That's unusual. A lot of times there's multiple holes. Just use the last two holes that had been used. They're more likely to line up. We now have to make a selection of the hook that is mounted to the lock assembly. By using the hook scale, you can select which hook most likely will fit your door. In this case, the B. So we take the B hook and holding the handle like you see in the video, we're preparing this lock for the right side of the door from the inside looking out. So we position the hook as you see it. We secure it with the screw that's included with the hooks. You want to secure this screw tightly, and you can see as this gets rotated around how it would be applied to the right side of the door. Holding it in this position if you're looking to set up the left side door. So you can see the position of the hook. Again, you're securing it with the hook mounting screw. You're going to go ahead and secure this screw tightly. And essentially, you can see where the hook is going to be when you're setting up the left side. And this is what it would look like. And now you want to install the lock assembly. You simply want to start by inserting the hook portion. In this case, we're using a screen exterior plate. Comes with the single handle kit, and we take the two screws that come with the kit and we're inserting them and starting the threads, making sure that everything is lined up, and we bring that into basically a snug position, and then we move to the bottom screw. This is the new keeper that's getting applied. So the keeper has two holes, a small hole and a large hole. You want to make sure that the large hole is up. You're going to take the new screws that came with the kit, and you're going to take that new keeper with the large hole up, and you're going to put it into the existing hole. Again, if there's several holes, you want to try to remember which holes were used when you remove the existing one and replace the screws into the same holes. That's more likely that it's going to line up after some adjustment may have been made to the rollers of the door, adjusting the height. So you take the screws, you screw them all the way in, but you're not tightening them at this point. You're just temporarily bringing them in. And you want to have them a little bit loose, yet a little bit snug, so that you get a little bit of resistance to the vertical adjustment up and down of this keeper. That allows you to self-adjust it. We're going to tighten this screw just a little bit more. There you go. And now by closing this door slowly, it enables us to adjust that keeper height-wise so that it will go into the receiving part of the sliding panel door. Now you want to secure these tight. All right, now we want to test by closing and opening the door and making sure there's no resistance between the keeper and the door. And here we're cycling the lock, making sure that the lock is working properly, which it is. So that completes the installation.